We've got a lot, and I mean a lot of Harley Quinn statues already out there. But for some reason, this design is turning into a classic. Let's revisit this statue, shall we? Welcome everyone from What's on the Table. This is Prof G and you are watching another episode of Graded, the show wherein we're not just going to unbox or review a particular statue, collectible, or figure. We are actually going to give it a grade at the end of each video. So for this episode, we are going to grade the 1/4 scale Sideshow Premium Format Statue Harley Quinn 2019 release. Now before we begin, full disclaimer, I've had this Harley Quinn statue since 2020 and it was already displayed in my home office. But the purpose of this video is really to revisit one of the old designs of Sideshow and ask, does this design still hold up at the current standards and releases of premium formats? And obviously, nowadays, Sideshow premium format prices are going up, and the sculpt and inclusions are already, for the most part, getting better. This one I can remember perfectly well. I got this from Heroes Toy Store at BGC for only around 34,000 pesos, more or less roughly around $560. And as you can see right in front of you, we have the art box of the 2019 Sideshow Premium Format Statue Harley Quinn. A good looking design showing a simple logo name of Harley and design on one side and a vector art of the statue on the other. Not too fancy, not too heavy on the design. I think it's just right. Just one level of styro and we only have a few parts. You got the massive hammer of Harley Quinn with two of her hands already attached to it. You have a PD nightstick, which I am sure she stole from a police officer from the GCPD. A simple yet very appropriate looking base for the piece itself. Check this out. Based on the edition size, this collector's edition has 2,000 made. That is a lot. And if you're gonna ask why I only got the collector's edition, I am gonna answer that in just a bit. You have the unmasked pouty Harley Quinn face sculpt and the masked portrait with the gleeful freaking looking grin, and of course, the body of Harley Quinn. Simple parts, but it's filled with Easter eggs, so without further ado, let's assemble this 2019 Sideshow Premium Format Statue Harley Quinn. My collector friends, this is the 1/4 scale Sideshow Premium Format Statue 2019 Harley Quinn. Now when I said a while ago that this design is turning into a classic, well, we can argue that the Harley Quinn statues released before and after this are a little bit different in terms of look and inspiration compared to this one where they really did stay true to her comic book look. Check this out. Around the year 2017, they released the Harley Quinn based on the Suicide Squad movie played by Margot Robbie. I actually got this, haven't graded it, but we will do that once we get around it. But this one was based on a movie. Then we got the 2019 version, which is the one we are grading right now. After the year 2020, we got two more Harley Quinn statues. One is the Harley Quinn Hell on Wheels. Good looking statue, one of my favorites, but definitely a much more modern take on the design. And of course, we have another Harley Quinn statue which was based on the previous Suicide Squad movie. Again, another movie inspired design. So all of these statues have its unique look, but for some reason I wanted to grade this one first, as I think for its age, the price, and the inclusions, I really think it was a very good purchase on my end. And yes, this is just the collector's edition. Didn't care much on the exclusive edition, as I think the add-on bat in a box and the amount of money that you are gonna pay just to get it, like customs and tariff fees, was not at all worth it. So let's check this out, shall we? First, the base. Now it may seem like a simple and small base, right? Well, we gotta remember that this was released last 2019, and even if you can say that it's small and simple, I don't think you can categorize it as a generic looking base. It actually has a story behind it. So the scene is Harley Quinn in the leaping pose from a surface made out of wood planks that is similar to what you typically see in fun houses, carnivals, or theme parks. You got the base surrounded with light bulbs, some are whole and some are broken, with a bunch of dynamites at the foot of its base. Nice play with the wooden texture, and although it's kinda small and simple, at least it has a story behind it, right? Good looking base, but far from what we usually get now from Sideshow. But you know what? I think it still holds up. Second, the body. Now if you want the classic look of Harley Quinn, this is the way to go. Harley is wearing her signature black, red, and white costume with diamond patterns and frills. And what I like about this is even though it may seem like it's mimicking a leather or spandex material, you can see that there are two different textures, which I think is a smart design move. The black part is a bit matte with less shine, and the red parts are the glossy looking texture. At the back part, you have some more Easter eggs where she's showing a tattered cloth coming from the costume of Robin, a pair of purple Joker cuffs, who knows what she does with that on her spare time, a nice stick which she probably got from a police officer from GCPD, and a little bit of greens which you can barely see, but it's courtesy of her bestie, Poison Ivy. And of course, she is holding one of her iconic weapon of choice, which is her big hammer or mallet, wherein if you look closely, it has a design pattern with the names of her pet hyenas, Lou and Bud. See, if you just close your eyes and try to recall the classic look of Harley Quinn, you would probably come very close to this design. I'm also glad that they went with a dynamic pose and not just the usual museum pose that we get from the Harley Quinn statues, because to be honest, Harley Quinn deserves a pose that shows some movement, and this one, no matter how awkward or different it looks, this definitely nailed the vibe of the character. Last but not the least, and this is one of my favorites, she has two head sculpts. You have her unmasked pouted lips version and her classic jester mask look. But you know why I think this is the best buy for a Harley Quinn statue? That's just it. They included two head sculpts on the collector's edition. Usually Sideshow gives us additional head sculpts or more important accessories reserved for their exclusive edition. I remember just on top of my head they did that with the Green Arrow statue and also the much more recent Punisher statue. And before I forget, Sideshow did that also on the Harley Quinn Hell on Wheels statue. But for this one, I'm glad they gave us two as it is easier for me to acquire. And like I said a while ago, I didn't care much on the Bat in the Box add-on as I'm already happy with the inclusion of the two head sculpts. These two head sculpts look great. The paint job on both the unmasked and masked version is spot on. I also appreciate that they gave us two different facial expressions and not just give us one look, and the only difference would be whether she's wearing a mask or not. But between the two head sculpts, if you're gonna ask me which one I like more, see, that's the beauty of it. I'm kinda torn. Sometimes I like the masked look and sometimes I like looking at the unmasked version. That means the two head sculpts actually works and you won't be picking either one or the other. But for now, I am choosing the full mask version as I want to stick to the classics. And for this look, you can actually complete the trio of the Gotham City Sirens. So if you remember our previous graded Poison Ivy statue, add it to this Harley Quinn design. Who's missing? Catwoman. And we are gonna grade that statue also very soon. All in all, in my opinion, this one is the better looking Harley Quinn statues ever made. Not only did it age well, not only did it stick to the classics, it will also complete the duo of Joker and Harley, as well as the trio of Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, and Catwoman for the Gotham City Sirens. Having said that, for this 1/4 scale Sideshow Premium Format Statue 2019 Harley Quinn, with its design, the pose, the build, the paint job, the inclusions, and the price that I got it for, I am going to give it a grade of 8.6. A very well made statue designed by Sideshow, and considering it was announced 2018 and released 2019, I can confidently say that this still holds up and can still be at par with the current releases of Sideshow Premium Format statues. Now, there are 2,000 pieces made of this design, and if you're a fan of Harley Quinn and you want a design that can easily be patterned to your current Rogues Gallery or Gotham City Sirens, this statue is the one for you. Thanks guys for watching another episode of Graded. If you like this video, please give me a solid by subscribing to the channel and turning on the notification bell, or just give me a shout at the comment section below. If you own the Sideshow Premium Format Statue 2019 Harley Quinn and would give a different grade, please let me know in the comment section below. Thanks again guys, this is Prof G and you just watched another episode of Graded. See you all on the next one.